3-second rollback on the video, and there's not a 3-second rollback on the podcaster. So
right, we rolling?
Yeah, we Hurricanes. Hottie, I'm with my boy Godson.
Whoa.
My boy Cardon right here.
What's happening?
You know what's funny is the first time they met, and they've made music together.
Right? That's crazy, huh? Remotely. We were just talking about that shit.
Right.
Like, I'll send you the beat, and then we're going to record some shit on it, and that's it, you know?
I mean, I've worked with so many producers, I couldn't tell you what they look like if I met them in public today. You know what I'm saying?
It just shows you how much the music game changed.
It's
we used to take we used to take everybody's beats, right?
Yes.
You buy a single, get the instrumental.
You get to rip the instrumental off.
Yeah,
off side B, huh?
If I could change that Master P.
So yeah, every week I would go to the record store and hit the single side up and look to see what beat
if the instrumental was on
available. There. Yeah, right.
If it was on there.
I mean, I would buy songs I don't even like
just for the instrumental.
You know.
Right.
And so we used to clown like when mixtapes became hot, like the early millennium. We was like, man, we were making mixtapes before we even knew what the fuck mixtape was.
Squad Up made it popular. That whole genre.
Definitely
on other people's
right.
beats.
Definitely.
There was an era where the mixtape thing started and people were making mad money, bro. There was DJs made millions of dollars selling mixtapes. There was a pop. They got popped.
DJ Drama, DJ Ideal.
Popped. Yeah, I think it was DJ Drama got popped, bro.
Well, you had engineers smuggling verses out of studios and shit. It was
right. Like you would get a verse.
Dude, you just broke the rule, bro. You're supposed to pass it to the left.
Actually, he gave it. I gave it to him. He gave it to me, and I actually doubled. You know, I cheated. So
word.
We in half a smoking circle, but it's all CBD out here.
Yes.
Straight legal shit.
It's barely any THC. It's just a little bit of THC.
Yes.
Something like that.
It's less than 0.3%, whatever it may be.
Just a little.
But you get a dagger with this motherfucker. Feel like you on something.
Oh, yes. or a seltzer.
You take
a couple of these things.
Seltzers. They good.
That's our new sponsor.
Damn,
shout out 39.
Shout out.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, that's the second time we did that. Higgnz Lounge Podcast sponsored by 3090.
3090 Threads.
Yeah, I got my 3090 brake tag.
Yeah.
Got the 3090 hat on.
Well, I can't say.
I got nothing 3090 right now, cuz.
You don't need to have.
I need some tie-dye shirts, cuz.
You don't need to have 3090.
What's up, Nick?
3090's in your blood.
That's
right?
it.
He don't have to wear it. He's just got to show up.
Yeah, he's blood.
Right, so he's good.
Yep.
He's good. He can make the family feel guilty because he doesn't have a shirt on right now saying 3090.
That's it. But y'all need to get y'all shit. Check out the Instagram.
That's right.
The IG link will be in
Check
the
out 3090 Threads, man. Talented.
The hoodie's super comfy. The clothes, nice quality shit. I'm feeling it. So.
All nice shirts, man. Nice shirt, just clothing in general.
It's simple, yet it's effective.
Right.
That's the thing. It's simple and effective.
Yeah, it's got a nice ring to it. Everybody from the area knows what it is.
No, I didn't know what it was.
That's right, you didn't.
I had no idea. Did you know what it was?
I mean, when I found out, I knew. But at first, when you look at it, it's almost a conversation.
I'm gonna tell you, the only reason I knew what it was because I've been fishing all my life. Like I knew that from fishing with my dad, knowing the GPS. You know, that was the only way I knew it. But
so that's a real sportsman trait. You know?
Yeah,
my dad hunted pussy. Shout out my dad on the 6 Marriage, but yeah.
Shout out. Hey, good for you.
See, I never learned like the GPS. It was, you see that fucking tree right there, son?
Yeah.
You better make sure you see that tree on the way back.
Once you get to that tree,
that was it right there.
you know you're on the right way.
Right. That was the way it worked the old school.
Yeah,
But yeah,
man.
but I didn't know. I asked Nick, shout out to Nick, I was like, yeah, what does 3090 mean? And it was like the latitude and longitude of our area.
Yep.
And I'm like, damn. That's fucking smart.
Pretty genius, dude.
Was like, I had the same thing in mind, but I called it the big toe of the boot. God damn, I sound like an asshole.
Well, I seen a beat that's got a 3090B in now.
Yeah,
they do. They fucking jackass.
Yeah,
it's not even right.
I don't know. It's strange how it became popular. But I'll be honest. The first time I saw it was when Joey come up with the brand, and in 2009, I believe it was when he came up with it. And I mean, that was the first time I, had ever seen it. And I was like, man, it's pretty genius,
Well, yeah, that's when I got my first shirt back then when he come up with the shit.
Yep.
He was using like the American Apparel shirts.
Yeah.
It's genius yet so simple. It's like things that are written, they right in front of your fucking face, and you never see them.
Right.
It just takes that one thing to make it click in your head. Like, he's probably doing the dumbest shit when he realized it, Like you said, Eminem
probably stumbled upon on accident.
Let's say with the ex-Eminem, when did you come up with the idea for Slim Shady? I was actually on the toilet. I mean, true. That's
usually.
Sorry,
I was taking a shit.
Right. It's usually when you come up with the best ideas when you're not thinking about doing it.
Right.
Because if right now it's like, I'm going to think of a genius idea right now. Let's get it in.
It never happened.
And you just, you can't force it. You got to let it come to you. And that's the way art works,
Yeah. It's got to be organic. If it's not organic and it doesn't come to you, naturally, then what are you doing?
The music today.
What are you doing?
It's all kind of made, overproduced.
Watered down,
Right. Now,
the mainstream, the pop music, we'll say.
Let's say, make sure you talk into that mic, because what it'll do is it'll cut out if it doesn't.
No, I'm
you know what I'm saying? Like, if
Yeah.
you talk
I didn't know.
just letting you know.
Just the
future
mic.
reference.
Right.
Future reference. But yeah, no, like, artwork, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think, for me, maybe writing will be a little easier. Anything you can pick up a pen, because you can kind of scribble until it hits you. But, like, really just thinking of something.
If you're thinking too hard, then it's not there, like we were talking about earlier. If the minute you hear something that you feel, like if we're talking about, art, we're talking about writing, right? The minute you hear something that you feel in your soul, you're not going to have one problem writing 16 to that.
No,
at
easy.
all.
You're going to know it right away.
You're going to know right away. Like, when you hear that beat, you're like, oh, dude. Like, that's what you're going to say to myself. Like, I write something nice. This is the one.
It's a trigger, right? I mean, that's really what it is.
Yep.
It's something triggers that. Mm-hmm. And you'll go through slumps. Like, just like a batter would go through a slump. You go through a slump where you just feel like, man, I don't feel it. I don't know. It's like I lost it. You get a mild depression.
It's normal.
It is. It's
normal.
human nature.
That's not with music, though. That's with everything in life.
Exactly. Yeah. Your mind is not, and like you said, you can apply it to anything in life, but music, if your body and your mind's not accustomed to constantly creating like that. You have to project yourself in that,
right,
in that place.
I think all the media, all the activity we got going on in life keeps us away from our natural self. But when I was a kid, bro, I mean, I used to ride around my bike. I was free as a bird, and that's when I started rapping. I started freestyling, started making up songs when I was, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old on my bike.
Yep.
There was no filter. It was all inspiration.
Yeah,
that's definitely a fact, and you can see it today. You ever drive down the highway? You see a kid with some earbuds on, and they in a music video.
I love it, bro.
They in a music. fucking walking outside.
I love it.
Feeling that shit. They just like going in. It's like that. I remember doing that.
Fucking right.
I remember doing that. And you're right. The nature of ourselves as an adult, I mean, we naturally have to tend to our responsibilities first.
Right.
Before we can get to that mindset where we feel free enough to create something special.
You got years of restrictive behavior basically programmed into you, whether you're censoring yourself for the people at work, or you're censoring yourself for your family, or whoever can't hear the unfiltered raw shit.
Right.
And that's where I actually came up with writing in the car. Before even texting and driving was a thing, I used to drive and write.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you definitely was writing, driving.
Right.
You got me on it. You would come up with shit in your head.
Right.
And you go, I gotta save it. I gotta save it.
Yeah. Right. And it's not the first time. I heard Fat Joe actually say it one time. I'm pretty sure it was him. In an interview, he said that he would just get in the car and drive around anytime he needed to come up with an idea.
Place for me to clear my head or to have my favorite
A lot of
time.
people, not everybody. Some people get anxiety, but me, behind the wheel.
Dude, in the morning time on my way to work, sometimes I don't feel like listening to music, and I just ride in silence in the morning.
That's beautiful.
Hey, I'm alone with my thoughts. I say a couple prayers, whatever. That's the time when I feel like, you need that time.
It's like that part of your brain, that conscious part of your brain that actually is the worry ward and thinks about those things that can be stressful. And when you're driving, it's like an autopilot. Your body's moving, but your brain is in another realm. You know what I'm saying? And so it's weird. But you're also focused on the highway. So it's you
don't run that red light.
That's how
you're paying attention to the road, but at the same time, you kind of mentally you tuned out.
Right.
It's like, man, fuck it.
Right. It's like that's how much we can think about it in 1 minute. They say the human brain can think about 70 thoughts in like a second or something like that. How far? I didn't know that. I guess that can.
I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
100%, dude. Especially at night when I'm laying down in my bed trying to go to sleep, I think 100 miles a minute.
I have a mild form of insomnia.
Same here.
I don't. I sleep like a baby.
Good for you.
Shout out cannabis.
I definitely have somewhat of a mild form of insomnia. Like sometimes I get my best sleep from about 4 or 5 a.m. to 8 a.m.
I think it's the job y'all work too, though.
Probably so.
Yeah, y'all don't have normal sleeping patterns.
Right. I'm up around the clock. Yeah, like it is somewhat of a roller coaster. And then if you do not have a regular sleep pattern, like every day I'm gonna go to bed for this time, wake up for this time. If you kind of sleep around the clock like that, the night will take over. It doesn't matter. Like, you will become a night owl. Mm-hmm. It is a given. The night will win.
Yeah. I did some rotating shifts for a little bit. And, your body gets, especially on a rotating shift, your body gets all screwed up, dude.
Well, and even when it comes to artwork, I think I make some of my best stuff at that time.
Really?
Because there's no distraction. You don't have to worry about everything. The kids are in bed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about you. You can care less about them because you know exactly where they at, and you can.
Everybody's accounted for.
Right.
Everybody's.
That's it. It's just you and you. That's just you and you.
Yeah. The other night, what was that? Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. So my wife was out of town. She went to the coast with her girlfriends and stuff. I had the kids, and I put them to bed. 10:30, I was laying in the bed with my son. We were watching a movie. I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, man, I gotta go do something.
Right.
So I went to the computer and I made that bounce beat to let y'all hear earlier. You know, and I was up till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't ever do that, dude. I'm a fucking grandpa, basically. Like, I'm sleeping at 9 o'clock, shit.
Yeah.
But I felt really creative because, like you said, I didn't have any distractions, anybody telling me anything, you know. Because
I can tell y'all for a fact, because I do it to both of y'all. I'll be up all night, and then
text me at like 4 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning.
3, 4 in the morning, you get an email of a song. That was me up all night working on it. You know what I'm saying? And like being excited about it. Send it to y'all, and that means I'm going to bed. And that's what
you sent me a text at 2 in the morning the other day or something. I was like, oh, he's on that night flight.
Yeah, he's on that fucking all night shit.
Yes. I think that was Saturday night. Yeah.
You know, I used to work strictly graveyards, and that is an interesting shift to work.
Definitely.
As a bellman, as a valet,
come out at night. The freaks
that
definitely come out at night.
Fucking interesting. Huh?
Oh man, I seen all the prostitutes you could imagine. I seen a lot of wild shit go down on the
interesting. You know, like you'll find some of the people you would never think that would be the freak.
Yeah,
they out there getting it in.
Oh yeah,
you know.
Crazy shit happens at night when everybody else is sleeping, dude. You know? It's weird.
Especially in the quarters. In the city?
Oh, man.
Yep.
Bro.
I work San Diego graveyard, too, at a couple hotels out there.
So what's the difference?
Nothing. Drugs and prostitutes. But I mean... That's it. Both cities, same shit. People want to go fast and fuck. Well, don't do drugs.
I'm just looking at this.
Drugs are bad, kids.
As a whole, like, is San Diego? It's obviously bigger than New Orleans, right? I mean,
yeah, population.
So like, you know, I mean, just New Orleans is. Do you have more people walking the street?
Well, I mean, New Orleans is strictly a party town, so you know that's what they're there for. You know,
right? So more people are driving, pulling up in San Diego with that on their mind.
Yeah, it's more spread out.
Like you'll see some,
we got a downtown area where people get packed in, but it's you know you got the different beach towns too. So yeah, it's definitely more spread out.
That's San Diego is probably one of the nicest cities in Cali. Like, did you think like? You lived in different ones, right? You kind of spread yourself.
Well, San Diego is called America's finest city, you know.
Yep.
And it's the beach towns that make it the finest city for sure. Downtown used to be wrecked. It went through some changes, you know. It got a lot better, but now, shit, everything's going down now.
But yeah, like Walter grew up in Old Town. So, I mean, Old Town, that's wild. You know,
that's still the same. That ain't changed.
It's still, right. That's kind of, is that downtown? Or is
that's close to downtown.
Okay, yeah. So, I mean, right. There's certain places in that. It's just a huge place. New Orleans is just this interesting city where you can have the nicest city, nicest block, and then you just make the wrong turn. You go from
you go a block away.
The most expensive house in the city to the projects.
Real quick.
They made the Iberville a lot better than it was, you know, back in, you know, this was before Katrina when I was, you know, we're talking 2001, right, 2002.
The projects don't look the same.
Dude, let me tell you something. They can make it look nice all day. I worked in the new Iberville projects.
Yeah. Okay? It's the same people.
It's the same people, bro. And no offense to anybody out there that, you know, that grew up in that neighborhood. But, like, I witnessed several shootings in that neighborhood. Not just pistols, like AK-47s, like a block away by the corner store and shit.
We parked in the Kraus garage when I worked at the Radisson, so that was our garage. I mean, it was wild, bro.
It's fucking nuts.
There would be people get shot and killed across the street from that garage.
Yeah,
you know?
Wow. I've been on several jobs in the city where I witnessed murders, bro. Like in broad fucking daylight.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
You just be out there. You hear them.
Not directly. There was one that actually involved my truck. When I walked up at the end of the day, somebody got shot in the head. The car rammed into my truck.
Oh man!
And I walked up on a dude. His fucking brains were everywhere. But like never directly. Like it was like you hear the gunshots and like, oh shit, somebody just got fucking shot outside, and you run outside and it's like, oh, there's this dude in the fucking street. Like,
I said, got hit. I said, that sucks. And then
that's
after that, he said, dude's brains on, fuck, you know.
It was fucked up.
Don't worry about your truck.
Somebody, one of my boys called me. He's like, dude, somebody ran into your truck. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, it's the end of the day. Don't stop fucking with me. And I go outside, and yeah, look, somebody ran into my shit. You know, brains everywhere.
But the guy,
that shit stuck with me for a while, bro. Once you see somebody,
that's some PTSD shit,
somebody dead. I mean, I don't know how the fuck we even got talking about
that's
this
a
shit,
Tuesday on. Well, we talking about how
know.
dangerous the city is.
It's
and that's
dangerous.
That's a 3 o'clock on a Tuesday in New Orleans.
Look,
you know,
after Katrina, especially, like when I would go to work, like most of the majority of the time, dude, like I had a pistol either on me or like within my reach. You know what I'm saying?
You
like,
better.
Right.
You know, because we were working in some dangerous neighborhoods at the time. So,
well, see, and then after Katrina, there's a lot of empty space. So there's a lot of room to do some dirt,
dude,
and
like
nobody see it.
The fucking
you know what I'm
Wild
saying?
West,
right?
But there's always been a lot of predators in the French Quarter in general. That's kind of where this all came from. But you know, so somebody from Chicago comes down, thinks somebody's about to sell them some coke at the back of the blacksmith shop, and
nah,
you
dude,
get
you about
jacked,
to get
you know?
jacked. Yeah.
Right. You know, to put things at a little ease. I'm sure everybody, you ever got asked to get your shoes shining in the wall?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Where you got your shoes from?
No,
right.
Tell them on your feet, bro.
I just don't even look at them. I just keep it moving.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't say shit. The best thing, look, for all you listeners out there, if you ever come to the city, if somebody asks you, I bet you I can tell you where you got your shoes from. You either say, I got them on my feet, or you don't say shit. And you just keep
walk
walking.
in groups.
Yeah.
You know, don't walk alone, especially if you're a woman.
Don't
you know?
think that this is the actual Big Easy.
This ain't fucking Disney World.
That's what it was. They
got killers out here, so watch your fucking stuff.
For real.
I mean, the first time somebody asked me that, I don't remember the answer. I fell for it, bro.
You fell for it?
Yeah, but I mean, it's the first time. But the dude just, I don't know what his response was. It was something about, what did he ask you?
On your feet. And he says, what did he say?
Where you got your
he said, I bet
from?
you got your shoes from.
Right, what's his answer? I don't remember.
He says, on your feet, right? Because they on your feet.
Yeah,
so you got to beat him to it, like they on my feet, bro.
Yeah, you just tell him what
he's
about to
tell you.
He said, where you got your shoes?
Where you got your shoes from? They on your feet. When you beat him to it, then he's like, all right, this motherfucker's from here, so he knows what he's talking about, you know?
So what they try to do? They try to get what out? I forgot what they try. I'm telling you.
They like, give me $1 because I told you where you got
the bottom
your
line is what they really trying to do. They a scam artist, so they prospect the people they can rob because they might be engaging you, but they got 2 or 3 people looking at you and seeing, checking your watch out, seeing your shoes, seeing what you really got going on.
Seeing what you had in your wallet when you pull your wallet out to give the dude $1.
So first time he tells me that, I'm chilling. I'm like, he's just kind of like, where you got your shoes from? You know, he was casual about it. And then when he started, I mean, it took probably about 2 sentences when we realized what the fuck's going on, and then I just kind of like snapped, like the fuck out of my.
You
right.
got loco. You go loco.
I got loco on it, and then I mean that was it. So, but. I mean, it kind of ended. He took all, like, he just left.
You went down the road.
So then, I got local, I guess.
Well, shout out to the Bourbon Street Hustlers.
But then every time after that, then you kind of know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it never got asked to me before. But I remember the first time it did get asked to me, I kind of fell into the conversation, man. Just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
that's how it happens.
I was never a victim of crime until I left New Orleans, you know?
Really?
Like, I wasn't even a victim. I was targeted, but I mean, I never had somebody tried to do a home invasion on me.
Oh shit!
Back in it was like New Year's when the economy crashed in 2009. I was walking into my ex-girlfriend's house and somebody tried to run up in the crib right behind me. But I was aware of it, so I was able to close the door and hit the deadbolt. But it was her brother's house, bro. But yeah, before that, I had, you know, Troy Cassiopo, rest in peace. He got shot by the lakefront when we were 19. You know, a lot of people were victims of crime, but I remember people getting robbed for their wallets and shit like that. But I worked on Bourbon Street. I mean, I was never a victim of crime, bro.
Troy was wild, bro. Troy basically, from what I understand, so he said, "Bitch, you gonna have to shoot me."
Right.
That's what they did.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
From what I understand,
nobody was there besides them, you know.
Right.
So.
He refused. He refused to.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what happened. Right.
You know what I mean? And then.
Damn. Rest in peace, Troy.
Yeah, some whack shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he was good. He was cool as fuck. He was wild. He was cool as fuck. He was definitely a wild child. You know what I mean?
Dude, this world's a crazy fucking place, dude. Crazy.
What?
Not just here, but anywhere.
He was the funniest dude. That dude was a damn comedian. Bro.
Yeah,
he was a character, man. He was a good character, man.
But he was he wasn't an asshole. He was just cool. He was just wild, man.
He's just out there.
Wild, yeah.
Hey, that boy had that spike, man. That boy had that spike. He had so much
gel and shit.
Man, he must have been doing a whole bunch of stuff to get that thing spiked up.
You think about that, like when you think about people like him, how many? I mean, there are a lot of friends who died at that age, bro. Really young age, and you would think about they never even got a chance to experience anything.
Right.
Like we didn't know shit back then. That was those ages when you think you know it all.
Think about Tupac and Biggie with 25 and 26 years old.
Of course you do.
24 and 25.
Something like that.
Get your facts straight.
Oh.
I was in the ballpark.
Whoa.
No, you're right. No, but I mean, yeah, you don't really even start to live. I feel like I never really started to live until I was 30, at least.
I don't feel like my life really started or it meant anything to me until my kids until my son was born.
You might have been doing shit, but ain't none of it had a purpose until you hit about 30, you know?
Right.
And I had 2 kids at that point. And like I said, I still didn't really feel like I kind of understood it a little bit till I got about 30 years old.
It's all about, yeah, dude, it's about growth. You get older and you're like,
right.
Fuck am I doing? You know?
Yeah, I mean, and it's just, it sucks because what happens is the more we figure it out, the less our body works as efficient. It's fucked up.
I know. Your brain gets sharp and your fucking body.
Your body's like, damn, you 10 years too late, motherfucker.
But that's in our control too. You could keep your body up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You just got to dedicate that time.
Absolutely. And then the more you get older, I mean, the older you get, the more time you have to dedicate to your body.
To your health. Yeah.
It's 3, mind, body, and soul. And we don't really appreciate those other 2 things until the body starts to do things that you didn't know it could do. You know what I mean? Like, it starts to feel ways it shouldn't feel.
All right. That's the truth. We were talking about aches and pains earlier and shit, and how, like, I basically 3 days a week, I'm having to take kratom just to maintain my pain level. That's fucked up. You know?
Right.
That's just
Shout out
expensive
to kratom.
huh?
I mean, yeah, shout out to kratom. Thank you. Yeah.
It's a plant. So it's similar to bud. So so think about this. If you get a pre-roll, right, you're going to spend more for a pre-roll than you would if you just bought it.
So you just got to buy a pound of kratom.
Right.
You can buy the capsules, which is like $20 for capsules, or you can buy the powder.
You can buy
I think
powder,
you buy the powder, huh?
And you can buy powder and buy capsules and then do it yourself. And the thing is it's a plant. You can do whatever you want with it. You can cook with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can do it however. I mean, it's basically, it's a plant. So it's an herb. It's it's in the coffee family. So, and that's why Big Pharma wants to demonize things like that because you can't.
They can't do
anything.
They created fentanyl.
Right.
Why they want you to have a plant that ain't gonna kill you?
The shit that's killing people worldwide. Right.
If you think about the epidemic, how many people may have been spared because of it. Now, even some of that stuff is so addictive. I mean, we talking about a mild stimulant, or you know what I'm saying? Some people, I mean, the power of fentanyl and heroin, it ain't gonna do anything to some of them people until they get their immune system down, I would assume. But there's people who got off of heavy drugs because of it.
Right.
And that scares them more than anything.
Of course.
You know how much money we're going to lose.
Right, we're going to lose.
Right. You know, if we normalize something like this, something that God put here, right?
Right.
Mean, who are we to be judge, juror, and say what can and can't exist?
Because the money's not there, dude.
Exactly.
Because the money's not there.
Well, we
It's
could all
exactly
grow
what it
weed,
is.
and you could probably grow some kratom too. Plant a kratom tree.
Yes,
You know,
you can.
that's why.
Under the right environment.
That's it. I'm going off the grid. Y'all remember that commercial? All right.
But I do think, I tell you what, I can see the tide changing in the next 10 years
Oh, it's changed.
because of the information age. And
Dude.
back then, the media kind of controlled
Oh, my
everything.
God.
And that's why they're scared, because like alternative and independent media have so much control now because of social media,
Right.
because of the fact that we can just take
It's a
this
power
video,
struggle. It's a battle right now.
right, and upload this to anybody, and anybody can see it, and
It's
it changes the way of thinking.
dude, Snapchat and TikTok and all that shit, like they fucking baffle me. So my helper, one of my helpers at work, right?
They do TikToks on the clock, though.
all day long,
Man,
all day long. I'm like, bro,
Grown-ass man doing TikToks.
we got work to do, you know. Fuck. But
All right, tell him this.
but just seeing how the technology has affected, like, no offense to people who have daughters out there. Like, I have a daughter; she's only 3, and I'm praying.
Yeah, she ain't TikToking yet.
I'm praying every day that, like,
that she don't TikTok.
I mean, I see some of these girls like have these TikTok accounts and Instagram and all that, and like this, my helper, he's 23, right? So he's like, man, you have to like sift through these accounts because some of these girls and stuff on TikTok and Instagram are like built like they're 25, but they're 17 years old.
And he's hollering at
And, like,
no, I mean
I have to hurry up and click on follow. I'm like, how the fuck? What the fuck is going on? You know?
no, that's dude,
That's crazy, dude.
it's real.
well,
that's honest.
It's
the
just crazy how
parents, bro.
accessible
That's the
everything
parents,
is.
you know?
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that, but it's just crazy how accessible everything is.
So-
Like, all of a sudden, like, here you are, this girl, this normal girl or boy or whatever, and like, next thing you know, here I got this phone right here, this device. This thing connects me to the rest of the world.
Right.
And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put a fucking TikTok video of myself on
Right.
here,
So
showing some side boob or something,
It's all attention-seeking behavior.
It's crazy, dude. These
You know?
girls, they look, dude, they're all beautiful and they look so shallow because all they doing is shaking their ass and shit. I'm
yeah.
like,
So check this
what
out.
the fuck?
So yeah, I got 16-year-old, 13-year-old daughter.
Right.
Primetime TikTok
Hired,
age.
right? Hot.
Yeah.
primetime
Do they both own phones?
Yes.
Wow.
But his deal, this is what I'm saying.
Monitor
I have,
that shit.
I have the MIA, Mother Intelligence Agency, that has access to all the accounts.
Yeah.
I hope
And
so.
she just spies
I hope so.
on them all day long.
I hope so.
That's what she does.
all day long.
Straight up
when
momming
she
in this
finds
joint,
things
huh?
that we shouldn't be, that are somewhat inappropriate and questionable, then she calls a meeting and we have to sit down and discuss it and try to figure out what's going on here.
Correcting the behavior.
Yeah,
Because
so
they ain't nothing but some little monkeys
That's
until they
good,
turn
though.
25.
It's
basically,
monitored.
That's how it should be.
well, because what would happen is this. Let's say you just completely ban something like that. It's easy to say when you don't have the child,
Right.
but what's gonna happen? What happened when your parents told you couldn't do something?
Oh yeah. The first thing I'm gonna do is be like, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Get it? We're gonna get it in. Right.
Right.
If you put your foot there, eventually they're gonna run away, and they're gonna do it themselves.
It's true.
And it's not till they fucking fall on their face that they realize,
They come running
that's
back to you.
why they didn't want me. So so then
I think some kids fall in line,
yeah,
easily than others.
Absolutely.
Some kids are more rebellious than others.
Dude, I was a fucking rebel. Let me just say that.
Well,
I mean, I think we all probably all were, right?
Right. Down here we got rebel spirits.
Right.
Right. We're all different. So you think about the kids in school that weren't in the it crowd kind of thing, so to say. I mean, you think about how successful they are today. It's like, man, I wish I was him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had it all figured out and I didn't, because he had his mind, he was already thinking about the next step and
all we could see was in front of us.
Right, in front of our
Right.
face.
Right.
And that's what you mean. Like, every kid is different. I mean, I have a niece who doesn't get any in crowd anything, who's avid reader, you know, straight A's in school, going to school that she can't go to regular school because it's just not on her wavelength, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's different for sure. No, but 95% of us are gonna try to fall in some kind of in crowd. I mean, most of the kids, that's what they have. Everybody got social media. It's really the parents' job to
monitor,
to just kind of keep an eye on it and keep it in check and keep it tame.
And it's hard to do. Dude, I don't even like my son playing on an iPad.
Right.
Because, for instance, like, your iPad can pick up what you're talking about, right? In the household. So let's say, like, you and your wife are maybe talking about something inappropriate, you know? Not in front of kids' iPads in the same room. Well, guess what? That pop-up's going to come up next time that iPad's open up. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way I think. You know?
Well, if you think about it,
and then he opens it up, and then it's like, oh, look, you know, I don't know. Technology's fucking weird, dude. It's weird,
it's
and I don't think we fully understand it, dude. Like, I think it's just it's beyond our reach.
Not because we don't know.
We don't care to understand it. We're like, oh, cool, a phone. Brr, you know?
So it's this: is we don't know the ramifications of where this is going. We have no idea where this is going.
I think we got an idea, though. Some of us got an idea.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a fear-based imagination that can come with that because. Shit, I mean, eventually, we already talked Neuralink. Like, we're just gonna be robots. You know, we're gonna plug a fucking thing inside of our head where we Wi-Fi 24/7, and we don't have to look up anything. All we gotta do is think about looking that shit up.
Right.
It's gonna happen.
It's on its way.
The clones and the drones are already here.
It's on its way.
It's hard to fathom that.
Like, I'm thinking, like, it's going to get to the point where the screen can, like, read through your eyes into your mind and tell what the fuck you think.
We're more resistant to it, though, because we're older. But the kids coming up, 15, 20, they're going to be like, chip me up, boss man.
Yeah. And
send me to the TikTok moon.
Exactly.
I can do TikToks in my sleep.
Chip me up, boss man.
And there's a reptilian nature in our brain.
Right.
And what's going to happen with that is going to be a competitive nature. Like, and monetization, these people who have these fucking things they plug in our head, they're not just gonna give everybody unlimited data.
Right.
They're gonna set that shit up to where you gotta pay. You know what I'm saying? You want, you get so many gigs of this a month, or you're gonna get. They're gonna fucking make it just like getting a difference between buying Boost Mobile and Verizon service.
Well, I'm like the commercial said. I'll be going off the grid for that because I don't
going
want no
off
parts.
the grid.
I don't want no parts of that shit. I'm out.
Fuck that.
I hope it happens when I'm long gone.
We move outside the levee wall where the storm's coming, right? Where the water's
Fucking
coming.
right.
I'd rather just deal with.
I go move to the
storm
camp.
surge.
Look, I'll fish and live off the fucking land.
Look, how many fucking storms we had this year? How many they said gonna
This
hit
is
the wall?
this is the fifth. This is the fifth, isn't it?
About damn time we
Shout out to Zeta.
We at the
We're in the Z's now.
We blew through the whole regular alphabet, and now we're blowing through the whole Greek
alphabet. Next is
in
hieroglyphs.
the Z's of the Greek alphabet. Too.
No, they already in the next. I think they go back to regular names. I think they got one Billy out there.
After Zeta, if there's another one, it's like Hurricane Alberto again, huh?
Yeah, I think they go back.
Wait, isn't there one Billy that's already?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
there?
they had to go back to the regular names because Billy would mean that was the second storm, and it's been hanging out there since the hurricane season. You know what I'm saying?
None of them fuck anything up too bad unless you live in Lake Charles, huh?
Man.
They got hit twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still. I can't
was it
say.
was it a direct hit though both times, or was it kind of like
I think it was a direct hit the first time for sure.
Yeah.
So,
but like the second time, might have been a little bit.
Check this out. Do you think hitting hit twice was as bad as Katrina, or was Katrina worse than getting hit twice?
Katrina.
You can't compare Laura to Katrina, dude. There ain't no way. No.
The water came in and came out. I'm assuming that again. They
didn't even have surge
damage
at all. All they had was wind damage. The Weather Channel, the National Weather Service, predicted 20 feet of storm surge in Lake Charles, and it didn't happen. They had some surge. They had like maybe 2 or 3.
Was it Sally? That was the one. I think
was that Laura or Sally.
They had 2 of them. I think Laura was
whatever the big one was.
Sally.
that
girl. That girl.
It's always the female storm.
Oh, it's always the female. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember whatever the first one was. I was up in the studio.
Yeah.
And I was working on music, but I also had the volume low.
That was Sally, I think.
I had a YouTube live of like a Houston weather channel on, and they were that's how crazy. How much views they get off of this?
Why you ain't have WWL on?
Because it wasn't. Nobody gave a shit down here at that point because it was over there.
It was going that way.
So I just wanted to watch it hit land, and it like in real time, like pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It was like watching the fights.
Right.
Because they were in detail.
Oh,
they showed where the storm was going.
Right.
Well, then they had the power grid
total
up.
devastation, and I'm not saying it wasn't to people that live in Lake Charles. It wasn't, but like they projected 20 feet of storm surge, like 17 to 20 feet or something.
I think
it didn't happen.
It was kind of like Dr. Fauci with the mask. You know, we don't need to wear the mask. Then we need to wear the mask. They lied about the damn storm surge just to get people to run away.
Yeah.
Right. Same thing. And then they knew it wasn't gonna come up. They didn't know what to expect.
Right.
But anyway, this weatherman was in real time. He was excited about it. They were watching the power going out. You know, like he had the power grid up. Oh, the power went out in this neighborhood.
He was excited.
Power went out in this neighborhood. Oh, you lost power.
Yeah, he's getting airtime, dog.
Yeah, he's in his glory, dude.
I think weathermen and news people are like failed actors. You know, they're like they couldn't make it in Hollywood. So they want to be on TV so fucking bad, but they couldn't act. So
it's
like that girl on WWL, bro.
Oh yeah,
what's her name?
So here's the deal, Alexandria.
And
you
Cranford, the meteorologist.
I've been
Alexandria Cranford.
You must know.
Oh, we know your name, girl.
Hey, I watch your forecast. Yeah.
Hey, can we kick it tonight? Tell me what that thing smells like. Oh no!
Man, he went there. So we went. Look, well, here's the story. This is what's funny. Is I've been watching her. I only knew who she was this hurricane season because I like YouTube looking up all the storms we had.
Same.
Now I don't watch TV anymore.
Right.
So I ended up catching her in the algorithm. And I'm like, dang, so it's a beautiful woman.
Oh, no doubt.
Yo, but anyway,
I mean, she's like a 7.
Well,
yeah.
Come on, bro.
I mean, in Cali. She's like a St. Bernard 10, but I mean,
I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna leave it alone.
She's a New Orleans 8.5.
Yeah, right.
She's got a certain je ne sais quoi about her. Would say she's not your regular.
A je ne sais what?
She's not like your bodacious beauty. You know, she ain't your Kim Kardashian. She a regular thing.
I mean, I would take, but I would. So you wouldn't take her over?
I'm all in.
So all right. So if you had a choice, her or Kim Kardashian, who you taking?
Oh, I'm taking Alexandria.
All right, but you said she ain't no Kim Kardashian.
I'm talking about body and
Yeah, I get it, but I'm just like, yeah, there's something special about her.
Yeah, she's the girl next door.
Special about her.
She looks like she teach pre-K or something.
Well, I started watching her. So check this. This is the story. I started watching her, and then it became to where I'm gonna go look at the comments. And every time she makes a video, bro, the comments are hilarious.
Fools be simping.
Oh,
shout out.
Wow.
It's fun.
Dude, shout out to the comments section on fucking everything, huh?
They can't help themselves.
No, they can't.
Dude, she's hot.
Right.
Like,
It's like, bro, you're fucking on live right now.
I watched one the other day. Guy says it could be a category 5, and as long as she's the one that's saying it, I'm good.
These fools are cutting up in the comment section, bro.
Dude, I'm telling you, the comments.
One was like,
The comments are always gold.
"Oh, my favorite video of the day. I've been waiting for you. Welcome back, Alexandria."
Yeah.
Like, damn, Alexandria.
Damn, dude, people missed you. Dude, the other morning I was watching.
So look, this be so much.
The weekend. Oh man, I can't wait to get Alexandria
Look,
back.
somebody
on
this morning I saw, like, every time I on Facebook I get like a notification like WWL is live, right?
Right.
And like I pull it up because I want to see what's going on.
You want to see Alexandria?
Yeah, because I want to see her, but
Right.
it's Dave. But it's Dave Nussbaum, right? And I'm like, what's up, Dave? You know what you got? And I'm looking at it and like people are like, "Good morning, Dave. Thank you so much for the accurate forecast." Like,
He's got like 2 comments.
yeah, it's like, motherfucker, like, you don't read this shit. People are like, "Good morning, Dave."
You think Alexandria reads the comments?
Probably later.
Dude.
Yeah.
I think
later.
she reads the comments.
Hey, you want to hear some funny shit?
She's jazzy though. Shout out Alexandria.
You want to hear some funny shit? Me and
Yes.
I was telling Pat about the weather. We were talking about the storm, and we were talking about who we watch or whatever.
Shout out PJ Slack.
And and he says I told him about oh no, I didn't even bring her up. He brought it up. Bryce says, "Man, I watched Margaret Orr this morning. She's looking good." I said, Margaret
Orr's like 70
That's
years
your
old.
mama, dog.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
Shout out to PJ Mac. Pat, you fucking up, bro.
That's whack shit.
Hey, look, if that's his thing, I mean, that's his thing.
Actually,
man.
I used to deal with Margaret Orr at the Lexus dealership. I've interacted with her many times. She's a nice lady, but she's a
I just never, I never
Right.
had, but even in her younger days, I mean, she just never.
But she got some, you know.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe
She
he
does.
sees, right. So he
That's
may be looking
undeniable.
at some things. I'm not taking anything away from him. Maybe he's looking at some things that I ain't looking at, but at the same time, like you can't tell me she's great when I have the best weather woman in the city in my phone right now. And you're
Right.
gonna tell me that? Man,
I will show you the best weather lady
right.
in the city.
All right, you can have Margaret Orr. I'm gonna watch Alexandria. She's gonna be the next Bob Bragg. As long as she don't, unless she gets a big job, she might end up getting $1 million.
She might. She might
Somewhere
wind up on the
else.
Weather Channel.
Right? Because what's his name? The dude from Fox, he left. What's his Dave? The dude the new Bob Bragg. What's his name? I think he worked for 4, and then he left, and then became the new Bob Bragg at Fox. Like he went and got him.
I don't know. I watch WWL, so I don't know what goes on
yeah.
other.
All right, but that's
networks.
cute. Alexandria is cute. But if anybody's ever looked at the Mexican Weather Channel, I'm showing Higgnz right now.
Oh, yeah,
Go
yeah.
look up Mexican Weather Girls.
Wow.
That made Alexandria, you'd be like, go walk my dog, Alexandria. I'm about to watch the Mexican Weather Girl.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's serious? That's legit.
That's a real weather girl in Mexico, bro.
That's 2. No, I just seen 2.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay, 3.
Jesus.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Shout out Mexico.
I'm gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say too
Bro.
much because my wife might watch this.
Oh, don't watch this. This is gonna be terrible.
Oh, we
Yeah.
highlight
Tune
that.
out.
I'm only gonna
There's better
highlight.
things to watch.
With my Disney Tribe shirt on, shout out to Disney World.
I know how to edit.
Yeah, you got a button.
Edit all that shit out, bro.
No, I just edit me saying anything.
All right, so I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
No, it's all good.
I'm a free
Look.
man.
All that means is that we still have testosterone. That's all.
That's all it means?
That's all it means.
I mean,
that means that our testosterone levels are in the right place.
I definitely got it, bro.
See?
I definitely still got it.
Testosterone is, you know.
But they say at age 40, the shit starts.
That's when we already talked about that segment earlier.
Starts declining a little bit.
It's when you.
That concerns me, you know.
Body and soul has to rejuvenate. Mind and soul has to rejuvenate the body. It really is. I tell you, look, just stretching once a day is everything.
It makes a difference.
Honestly, it really does.
You want your stretching shit?
Yes.
Still?
Yes.
I have to.
Well, I got away from it for a while, and I just started again.
Sweet, you do.
Yeah, you take the lead because I'm go next.
You
when
do
come
yoga
back.
stretches and shit. Or?
I guess what they call. I don't know. You know how I found? You know how I found out
stretches up.
YouTube. I YouTube them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That
DDP shit is legit, bro.
Y'all saw that guy
that was crippled.
And
a year later, that dude was running.
That's fucking amazing.
So like anybody who's got an excuse, they just make you feel like a piece of shit.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Every time I see that one particular video,
dude,
this dude totally changed his life because he wanted to, and I can't get my fucking ass off the sofa on the weekend.
Right.
You know.
And it's really showing up, just getting started. Once you get started, it's kind of like downhill from there.
A goal that you're working towards. Like a lot of people, when they get into that fitness, I'm one of them. I'll go hard as fuck for like 3 months, and I just start seeing results, and I'm like, something happens, and I'm like,
right.
Fuck
I mean,
fuck it. Because and you just give up.
It becomes. It doesn't become your why anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you have to. It's that push, bro. Like it really is showing up as everything, and obviously something happens where showing up just ain't important.
I keep it moving.